Hi everyone, this is Rob Gray from Arizona State University and PerceptionAction.com. Welcome to my very first vlog. I hope to make this a weekly thing. What I want to do is to tell you a little bit about what's going on behind the scenes at the Perception and Action Podcast, some of the topics I'm thinking about, some of the new things I'm going to try, and also I want to show you a little bit about what's going on in my lab. You know, some of the research we're thinking about and give you a kind of a bit more deeper look at that. Today I thought I would show you some of the new equipment we just have received and have started to work with. The first thing I've got here are stroboscopic glasses. So you may have seen these online in videos with Stephen Curry practicing with dribbling. The idea of these glasses is they, turn open and close to give you shorter and shorter views of the visual scene. I've worked with these before and have published a couple papers on them. The original ones I had were made by Nike. There's also ones typically called Play-Doh glasses, which are used more for research. Those are made by Paul Milgram at U of T. This is a new version that's kind of taken over for Nike, the Synaptic Strobe glasses. And they're quite nice actually. You turn them on. There are 8 different difficulty levels that correspond to basically the flicker rate, the opening and closing rate. If you have it on the lowest level, then the flicker rate is quite high. I'm not sure if you can see that. When you have it on really high, it's opening and closing really fast, so it's not really doing much to your vision at all, right? I can catch fairly easily, right? When I put the difficulty higher, right, it's going to open and close at a slower rate and essentially give me long intervals where I can't see anything. And these ones actually, compared to what I remember about the Nike ones, these ones actually occlude vision a bit more. They're a bit darker. So if I try to catch now, you can see it's pretty hard, right? Because right when I was trying to reach for the ball, I couldn't see anything there. So these are some new things we're going to play with. We're going to look at kind of the obvious question, whether these training with these have any transfer to real sport, whether it makes you a better athlete on the field, which is really kind of an open question still. And also what I'm really interested in doing is looking at how we actually adapt to these. How do they change your perceptual motor control? And actually there's a really nice history of research related to that. If you want to look up the topic, it's usually called intermittent vision. And it's been done by people like Digby Elliott and Simon Bennett. Some really nice work about what flicker rates people can adapt to and how it transfers. So I want to continue on doing some of that kind of research. Okay? So those are the strobe glasses. The other thing we've got in the lab recently is a new Oculus Rift head-up display. I've been playing with the developmental version of this for a little while. Just got the new commercial version with the built-in sound. Also kind of the new big innovation with them is they come with the touch controllers. So it comes with 2 of these so you can interact. You can simulate a person's hand in the simulation. So we're going to be working on those to develop some of the new sports simulations. Okay, some of the things we've been using before with large projections, now we're going to try with head-up displays. And speaking of virtual reality and kind of things like that, one of the things I'm really excited about is I just recently submitted a paper, an abstract, for a special issue in the journal Frontiers that's going to be edited by Andre Klosterman and David Mann. And it's a special issue on perceptual training as it applies to sport. So I think it's going to be a really great issue. But what this is for me is really a labor of love paper. It's a paper I'm going to write up that is based on literally over 10 years of data collection, where we looked at the transfer from training in my batting simulation, my baseball batting simulation, to real baseball performance. And what we did with this is we trained people in several different ways, compared several different groups, did pre and post test training, and then actually followed the players for 5 years after they finished the training to see their baseball statistics in real play and kind of what level they reached. So I'm really excited about that coming out. Okay? So also I wanted to briefly mention, if you are a follower of the Perception and Action Podcast, hopefully you heard the mention of the survey that I put out there, perceptionaction.com/survey1. what I'm looking for is to get some feedback from listeners and people about what topics they'd like to hear more about on the podcast. Some feedback about specific articles you'd like me to review, and also some ways I can improve it. Okay, so this is my very first vlog. As I said, I hope to continue and give you more behind the scenes and a look at some of the research I have going on, some of the techniques and equipment we're using. So this is Rob Gray from Arizona State University. Cheers for now.